month's SBA grant opportunity of up to $150,000 has a looming application deadline that lapses in less than 6 days. In this video, I will show you, yes, you, my beloved viewers, meticulously detailed eligibility criteria that SBA administrators revealed during their last webinar, with all of the requirements that you must fulfill, bullet by bullet, to position your organization in the best place in order to qualify for this funding. And for those of you who have joined my exclusive training program, where I will hold you by the hand as I show you the most efficient ways and tactics that you must execute to meet every single objective that you have set for yourself just a couple of weeks ago for 2025. Thank you so much. I've received a massive outpouring from the community. I greatly appreciate it. For those of you who have joined, for those of you who want to join, so I can hold you by the hand as we meet your objectives this year, the waiting list is in the link in the video description below. Sign up. First things first, register on sam.gov. And another note, nobody here on YouTube or the web for that matter, other than the Small Business Administration, is actually revealing these details and the announcement of this program. I'm not even sure whether there were a number of business owners on the call. So it may be an opportunity that only a few people know about. So you want to learn how to position your business in the best way possible as an entrepreneurial support organization to qualify for this thing? Watch this video until the end. And again, hit me up, join the waiting list. First things first, again, register on sam.gov. That's pretty self-explanatory. I have a video on how you can do that and also qualify for government contracting using sources sought, so you can initiate networking opportunities with people in the government. What we're looking for: organizational capacity, ability to execute its mission efficiently and effectively, organizational connectivity, ability to build and maintain breadth of relationships. Now, I do not want you to get discouraged by any of these $1,000 terms. All this basically means ability to execute its mission efficiently and effectively, means that you are capable of doing this thing. I am working with a former director of the Small Business Services Organization out in New York City, and he has these packages together. He's been getting grants and funding his organization through grants to help businesses in the New York area. And trust me, the resources he puts together, he gets office space whenever he needs it. He provides resources. It's as simple as you getting some shelter where you can hold these workshops and actually help people on a one-on-one basis or during a cohort program, whatever it is that you can do. I mean, it's not launching this rocket that you see right here from here to Mars, okay? Organizational community, ability to build and maintain depth of relationships. You want to learn how to network. I mean, I've been the ultimate networking machine since I have been operating online, because the key mindset and approach that I adopt for engaging people in a networking situation, in other words, making friends, is absolutely what is the first thing. You deliver value in the relationship. If you come with gifts, you always want to hit a party with something that you can bring, a bottle of wine, whatever. That's the same thing. What's the value? Because you're not going to bring a bottle of wine to someone that's involved in a 12-step program and they're trying to rehab from drinking alcohol or whatever the case may be. What provides value for these people? Perhaps it's food in that particular day. You know what? This is my day. For instance, like me, one of the things in which I engage is I love good food. So I try to keep my regimen as strictly as possible. Unprocessed foods, nonetheless, value would be perhaps indulging on a cheat day, for instance, right? But I mean, on a professional stance, it would be different. I drove tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, of unique visitors to Forbes making them money, potentially putting anywhere from $20,000, $30,000 in that organization's coffers and their accounts through the amount of eyeballs, allowing their inventory to be seen before I started working for them. So the director actually asked me, what can I do for you? He put me in a position where, listen, I want to write. He's like, bang, done. A week later, I had a $2,000 check. Ability to maintain a depth of relationship. So you want to learn more about that? Go ahead and sign up on the waiting list. I'll give you the hottest way and the most efficient. Not even say hottest because that sounds the most efficient way for you to network with people. Entrepreneurial dynamism. I'll give you the drop on that. How can you take chaos and organize it? Because that's what we're encountering on this planet, in this universe. The most efficient humans are those that can organize chaos. Elon Musk, he leveraged the laws of physics to be able to launch a rocket, make it reusable, land it on that fork or whatever you want to call it. That's entrepreneurial dynamism, taking chaos and bringing it to order. Focus on theme area. This is the proof of concept. The submission deadline, again, it's January 31st, 2025. And in the event that you have not done so, you better ask somebody. Click the subscribe button and click the bell notification to stay on top of every grant taken in cash making opportunity that I encounter. Focus on a theme area. Explain both the current state and target state of your ecosystem. Clear hypotheses on how your ESO, which just stands for Entrepreneur Support Organization, will move the ecosystem from current state towards target state. What are you going to do? Do you provide office space? It could be as simple as giving someone a Wi-Fi connection with the ability to work in an office area from 9 to 5 or 6 to 10 or whatever it is that you're available. Maybe you have some extra space in your home and you could provide that for people who are developing innovative solutions. So just to clarify, this grant opportunity is for an entrepreneurial support organization. And I have seen people bootstrap these operations with grants, with their own funding, where you are basically just providing resources for people to access tools, to access tactics, your knowledge perhaps. So for instance, I partner with the director I'm telling you about, and we used to hold workshops in conference rooms of organizations that were willing to lend their office space for this endeavor. And he built his organization just off of that, just getting free space in which you can hold these workshops, organizing people because they had a list of contacts. I also had my own list of contacts. And this translated to him winning grant money. I was winning because I was getting a paycheck from the New York City Small Business Services organization. And as a cherry on top, I would get clients. I mean, I signed on a 25 location supermarket chain to the tune of about 25 grand in a month, which equated to a couple of days of work. Understand? So that's the type of value that you can extract from developing an entrepreneurial support organization. ESO submit results of stage 1 activities. Again, the application's looming 31st of January. Sustainment and scalability plans from growing activities from stage 1, current and or future partner organizations to support the efforts. That's a proof of concept. This deadline is June 2025. That's after you potentially win the first stage, which is the proof of concept, submission deadline of January 31st. Okay. Again, feel free to take screenshots. If you want the slides to this stuff, I'll go ahead and show you. Stage 1, proof of concept, $75,000 cash prices. Specific problem the ESO intends to address in their ecosystem supported by evidence. So, are you helping organizations or people that are coding up the next application that's going to change the planet and shape the universe into a better place? Are you helping them get internet access, allowing them to work under these frigid conditions in a place where they can have internet access, where they can have office space, where they can basically put their laptop on a desk somewhere? Innovation ecosystem, stakeholders affected by the problem, demonstrating an understanding of their incentives and needs. Again, people that are working with me, we are going in depth in developing a demographic and psychographic snapshot of what constitutes your ideal target market or customer. So we have an understanding as to what are their pains, what are they enduring, what are their challenges, their obstacles, so we can best formulate our solution in a way that addresses those needs and alleviates that issue that they are encountering on a daily basis. How the proposed solution is intended to encourage new entrants and drive entrepreneurial dynamism in the innovation ecosystem, creating more opportunity for entrepreneurs and small businesses. So how are you creating these opportunities for them to develop their businesses, existing and future partnerships and relationships that can support the proposed solution? Now, this is perfect right here for people just like you, just like us. Remember, we're Generation X, a little bit younger, millennials perhaps, a little bit older for some of you with whom I have been speaking. So we are used to and acclimating with dealing with people on a face-to-face basis. So that puts us at an advantage because we didn't grow up texting all the time. That means you have the ability to leverage existing and future partnerships and relationships that can support the proposed solution. The only difference is that we have to learn how to transmute, if that's the best way to say it, for lack of a better term, the way that we network and speak with people or make friends online. And it's not even in air quotes. That's why I didn't go like that. I didn't bend the bunny ears, because you are making friends. You are in the business of making friends if you want to be successful. Value proposition as an ESO: resources, knowledge, expertise, and experience. SBA encourages creative models for ecosystem building. So your value proposition is exactly how are you providing value to the people that you are serving. Understand? The rest of it's right there. Who can compete? Private entities. These are the people that are qualified. These are blurred screenshots that I got. Let me see if I got a clearer version. I do not. So I'll just read to you. Private entities such as corporations, other organizations that are incorporated or organized and maintained and a primary place of business in the U.S., non-federal government entities, academic institutions, individuals, or teams that are U.S. citizens. Look, I mean, you don't even need a business. You could be an individual, understand, and actually qualify for this thing. And nobody on the web is talking. That's what I'm talking about. You stay abreast of every opportunity that I am opening up to speak to you and keep you in the loop of all of these opportunities, and the best way for you to grow your business, whether you're bootstrapping, whether you're applying for grants, seeking loans, funding, hit the waiting list. The following are not eligible: federal entities. So look, SBA employees and contractors that are currently suspended or debarred from the federal. Okay, so if you have a problem with the federal government, you can't do it. Submission, or if you work with the federal government as well. Theory of change. So right here, submission slide deck. I'm not going to go through the whole list, but the theory of change, how you're going to address the problems that these people are encountering, what's the hypotheses, what's the changes that you anticipate, perhaps obstacles, and how you're going to resolve that. Then slide 7 through 9. They're telling you step by step exactly how to put together the slide presentation that you are going to use to pitch yourself as the ideal shop to obtain this funding. Slide 10, slide 11, right here. The details all right here. You can pause the video, come back to the video. If you want to put this together over the weekend, listen, just slap it together. The key to success: taking massive action. Action. Understand? I want to ensure that we are pushing through whatever obstacle, anything that aims to try to grab hold of your neck, if that's what you feel it's doing. I can feel the anxiety right, but what, man? Come on. Break free. You are God's children. Make your own public-facing one-slide submission summary. There is no template, so feel free to present the information as you see fit. Please make any text readable in a standard printout and conference room projected. Video narrative, a video of not more than 90 seconds. How your organization is uniquely qualified to implement your proposed plan. Describe the value, what your organization wants to learn from implementing the submitted plan, what you can do with stage 1, yada, yada, yada. You got it right here. Pause the video, come back to the video, and here is the criteria for the selection of winners. Review submissions for completeness and contestant eligibility, SBA at social discretion may request clarifying, explanatory information. Contestants selected for awards will be vetted by SBA. SBA will choose winners whose submissions best satisfy the competition criteria. So as long as you aim to fulfill every single requirement that they have just listed on a step-by-step basis. And listen, I have not heard anyone discussing this opportunity, which may mean that there is not a lot of competition to win this thing. So if you want to win grant money, if that is among the list of objectives that you had set for yourself just a couple of weeks ago, first off, join the waiting list. Go ahead, get up on this thing, position your organization in the best way to attract this funding and others, because regardless of what, as long as you start to build traction, you will always be in the most attractive state to ensure that all of that money just starts rolling in. It's out there. It's as freely available as oxygen. Take a breath. Watch the video you see on the screen right now so you can stay on top of how you can position your organization to win this particular grant opportunities and stay on top of every single exclusive grant opportunity that I have been sharing, through which we have raised tens of millions of dollars for America's business owners on this channel.